I was born in Pakistan and moved to the United States when I was 7 years old. United States was a weird place. They were weirdly obsessive about certain things. For example, only girls could wear pink, and Buzz Lightyear was definitely for boys. They also had some really awesome things. They had princesses. I discovered the marvelous world of Disney within my first week. By the end of the first month, I was well versed in the universe of Disney princesses, their love stories, and their awesome happy endings. I was obsessed. I personally felt a love for Cinderella. I remember getting cornflakes as my choice of cereal for years because it would always have this big picture of Cinderella in her magical dress in the back. My parents thought I just really liked cornflakes. My parents took us out to shop for the new school year. I would be entering second grade. Nothing fit. Well, nothing made me feel like a princess. I remember arguing with my mom about the color or the fit, and nothing was right. It wasn't just the clothes that weren't right. I did not fit or look right either. Too chubby, too yellow here, too brown there. I was not princess material. My mom didn't know why I was being picky. I had never been before. So, she chose something. I became quiet. Very, very quiet. But there seemed to be a war raging inside me. I felt a lot more like the Beast than Beauty. I continued to feel this way, and life kept on affirming. I was teased for being hairy. Girls would avoid me. Boys would make fun of me. Every year in my class, I had to play some version of Cootie Monster. I was always it. The summer of 6th grade, my parents took us to a pilgrimage to Mecca. That was the first time I donned a hijab. It was wide and went down the whole of my body. One of my favorite memories from that trip was feeding the beloved pigeons right outside the gate of Kaabah, House of Allah. I was so happy and content on that trip that I would refer to our hotel rooms as home. I remember every time I put on my hijab, it looked like I was wearing a big dress. The white cloth encompassed me like a beloved and loving hug. And in the hot deserts of Arabia, I came to love my hijab. Back home, I walked into school a week late and wearing a hijab. Break time on the playground consisted of questions like, "Is that a towel? Did you shave your head? Are your parents forcing you to be ugly? Can I see your hair? Why can't I see your hair?" I didn't mind answering the questions, but soon the question went from curious to teasing again. Part of me always felt lacking compared to other girls. I blamed myself for my body. Yet, I never connected my strangeness to my hijab. My hijab was a beloved accessory. Every time I put it on, it reminded me of the stories of the brave woman who had stood by the Prophet Muhammad, in battle and in hardship. It reminded me of the peaceful and happy times in the Kaabah. I wore my hijab like a battle armor. While the red of my scarf shone bright, I covered up the rest of my body with heavy and bulky jackets. In middle school through the high school, my self-image kept deteriorating. I remember it took me hours to decide on an outfit, and suddenly, it would hit me that it wasn't the outfit, but me. And the outfit I had put so much effort into putting together, I would push aside, replacing it with a baggy shirt, with a baggy jacket, and baggy jeans. I was still very much hiding my body, except for my head. My scarf was always my point of vanity. Everything else I couldn't do anything about, but my scarf was a single adornment I allowed myself. When my friends asked me to take pictures, I told them I wasn't photogenic, but truthfully I felt ugly and awkward next to them. It was around this time I started feeling cold when I looked at my body. I would go completely numb. I got used to pinching myself or clutching my hand really tight, just so I would feel something. Sometimes I would hold my hand over my heart to see if my heart was still beating. A lot of times it felt like it wasn't beating. Then it would get hard to breathe, all from just looking at my body. It was end of my senior year that I started to wear my abaya. My abaya is a black dress with no adornments. In the morning, all I had to do was pull the abaya on and I was dressed. I didn't have to look in the mirror. Every morning, I didn't affirm my negative thoughts about my body. I would go out into the world without even a thought to what I looked like. Outside, I stopped pulling on my sleeves to hide my arms, or pulling my shirt down to hide my back. My abaya, it felt like there was nothing exposed. There was nothing to look at. I stopped feeling the eyes of others. I became safe from this gaze of scrutiny. There would be days I would find myself feeling confident and charismatic, or I'd stand taller because I was stunning and graceful. There would be days that I felt grand and marvelous, and handsome and exquisite. And I would realize I had been wearing only a black dress, just a black dress. But it had allowed me to feel so much more, a lot more than when I was wearing the fanciest levis, or when I was wearing the most hand-sewn dress with the finest stitching from Pakistan. This, just a black dress, had taken away my need for outside confirmation that I was something. It took away others' rights to an opinion on me, leaving only me, allowing me to feel beautiful, allowing me to call myself beautiful, allowing me to love my body.